We're maybe a quarter of the way into a really stupid motivational phrase. I mean, isn't 2025 a gilded age? Is it not? America's #1 bird and garden magazine. How steep is the competition? This feels chaotic, but it's not wrong. Who can be I don't remember the words. I'm proud of this. So much so, I may burn it one day. I don't hide the brushstrokes. I'm weird Martha Stewart, okay? We're not going for perfection. We're not going for curation. We're going for whatever the hell this nonsense is. My mind has changed my body's frame. God, I like it. My heart's aflame. My body's strained. God, I like it. If you know, you know. And if you do, it's a good thing. Get it? I'm Weird Martha Stewart, aka Lauren-Blair Donovan, and I'm a fake but real influencer. But I'm gonna keep it weird and less curated and more for the everyday people. Martha Stewart, the real one, the less weird one, according to her Netflix documentary, she made taste available to the masses. You do not have to be wealthy to have taste, hence her Kmart line, etc. I'm proving that I don't know what. You don't have to be normal to be tasteful. You can even be frugal. Let's just explore life. I'm the nonsense influencer. Hence I'm Weird Martha Stewart, because let's be real, Martha Stewart was the first ever influencer, duh. Today, we're gonna be making collage art. Now, I do love me some art therapy, which also I've at least filmed an art therapy, like the stuff I draw video. Don't know if I don't know what order, or maybe it's already out. I don't know. This channel is sometimes a surprise to me, not just you. I'm back from some health stuff. Every day is different. Healing's not linear. Just doing the best I can. One day I'll be super professional and cringe at this era. But for right now, this is my gold standard. Posting consistently, but who knows in what order? Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Am I right or am I right? It's a surprise. I'm in my own surprise party. It is what it is. It feels like I'm acting in a movie, but I didn't read the script. Fun times at the rodeo, what can I say? Today, we're gonna be doing maybe not so much art therapy, but art. And we're gonna die on that hill, no matter how not museum worthy this art will be. We're gonna be doing collage art with magazines. Now this is all stuff that people have gifted me. So instead of it being recycled immediately, which the rest will be eventually, whatever I don't use, so sustainable, hopefully. Also frugal. I didn't go out and buy bird and blooms. I love how media is like practically dead. Like it's on life support, but we still have birds in bloom. Even on here. Sparrow ID tips. I've always wanted to know. Outsmart clever squirrels. This is like above the title. Like it's like a leading story. Outsmart clever squirrels. What a time to be alive. I love this. I'm not even snarking. Honestly, it's like the good newspaper. We need more of this in life in 2025. I'm not angry. Genuinely not snarking. I'm surprised. I'm surprised this exists. That's a different nuance, but attract fall birds. America's #1 bird and garden magazine. How steep is the competition? I'm shocked there's a bird magazine in 2025, period. So, okay, here's the thing. I also have the Vermont Country Store catalog somewhere. I've lost it. I've been like a little gnome in and out of the home that I've been living in during my time away from LA in Atlanta, Georgia. Hashtag not thrilled. Hashtag desperately missing the West Coast. Hashtag all the things. But like, I've been pet sitting, I've been traveling. I think I've been here, it's like May 2nd. I'm filming this May 2nd, and I've been here like half the year, I feel like. And I've had to like reorganize a bunch of stuff. I don't know where my Vermont Country Store magazine is, so I'm gonna be looking for it off camera at some point because I'm gonna be filming this in stages. But my inspiration is like something like this, like an owl head, inserted onto the top of a nightgown, because like the Vermont Country Store has a lot of nightgowns, and I don't mean like negligees. I don't mean like sexy nightgowns. There's no teddies. It's Little House on the Prairie chic, which, hey, if that's your style, that's your style. I'm not here to, I don't pass judgment. I just really like the idea of bird heads on Laura Ashley's finest sleepwear. Do you know what I mean? Like LL Bean style, mid-century, does colonialism. Like, I'm here for it, you know? I think it's gonna be something about like saying F it to the patriarchy. I don't know though. Again, guys, it's like I'm acting in a movie and I haven't read the script. I'm just gonna wing it and see what happens. I'm sure I'll be called back by the same director multiple times. What could go wrong? Oh gosh. A Time of Porpoise with a porpoise gold necklace, the jewel between the porpoises. Okay, I'm judging that a little, I'm not gonna lie. I just, you know, nothing against porpoises, but it's just so 1990s. Save the Whales, Lisa Frank Trapper Keepers, and folders. Didn't everyone want to be a marine biologist because of marketing like this? I mean, am I right? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I don't want this shit hanging up on my wall or anything. You know how they have like dream catchers? This is a nightmare catcher to me. This is just like, this is giving when I was at the DMV and like the woman who was waiting on me had a heart engagement ring. Like a heart, like I couldn't. I just, no offense. If you like heart jewelry, I just, sends me through the roof. Actually not a lot of birds in here. They're not kidding when they say #1 bird and garden magazine. It's all, okay, that's a bird, I lied. But like they got plants. I don't see no birds on this page. There's no birds. Statues. Okay, here's some birds. All right. We can cut some of you out and turn you into sexy ladies in nightgowns. Yeah. Love it. Oh my God. Penguins and puffins. Love it. We're gonna get some good stuff out of this. I can feel it. Really want to make motivational posters, like word art. You know what I mean? Like, see, like on this side of the page, right? Ready? There's like adventure. I could put that, if I cut out the squirrel and cut out the adventure. We're maybe a quarter of the way into a really stupid motivational phrase. That's not a thing, but you're gonna want it on your wall because it's funny or ironic or dark or absurd. Again, I haven't written this movie yet. I have not read the script. There's so many squirrels in this. Ooh, I'm afraid of butterflies. I could do like the Ghostbusters no over that, and that could be some like therapy for me. Fun fact. I started becoming afraid of butterflies in the 3rd grade. I was 9 years old. I didn't remember the origin story. I just knew I thought their wings were creepy, that they were bad drivers. You know, like it's like pick a lane. Like literally, where are you gonna land? Like stop. It's a tease. I don't like it. I don't like surprises. I have a jacked up nervous system. No, thank you. But it's like, their wings were really gross to me. I remember spending way too much time thinking about like, what if they crumbled in my hands? That would be awful, and I don't want that. No, thank you. And it really freaked me out. And then cut to my adolescence and I'm like sobbing when I'm around butterflies. Like not even for attention. Like it ruined my day when I saw a butterfly. And it was, people had thoughts, they had opinions, they had judgments. But then my childhood best friend, like when we were like, I don't know, in our 20s maybe, was like, but don't you remember? We did the caterpillar to moth project. And yours was defective. It crumpled in your hands. And that was news to me. Because I have no memories of that happening. Just memories of fearing that could happen. And she was all like, probably a repressed memory. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Too bad my memory didn't, suppress discovering my dead father's body. But sure, yeah, butterfly wings. That's real trauma. The body doesn't pick what it gets traumatized about, y'all, and nor does the mind. It is what it is, guys, okay? I still don't like butterflies as an adult lady, but I don't sob hysterically anymore. and we're gonna call that a win. A family friend gave me 2 magazines from Bucks County Magazine in Pennsylvania, in PA, about an hour north of Philly, and Rivertown. So I'm from a river town, technically in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I'm from New Hope, Pennsylvania, and these are really bougie. I've like flipped through these a little bit already. Yeah, I forgot that this is a pretty intense part of the country. It's a lot of beautiful old homes, and like this magazine feels like stuff white people like, personified. Not personified, but you know what I mean. I mean, I don't have a need for cars in my art. I don't know, tell me I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong, you know? I mean, yes please, yes please, yes please, yes please. I don't even know if that's an alpaca or a llama, but I love alpacas. Wanted an alpaca farm for forever. I don't care if they're not profitable. I want Muppets as friends. Alpacas are the closest things we have to Muppets. And I know I have puppets. I want the sentient kind. How big tasting is. Wonder if I can cut it out. Add it to one of the creepy motivational posters that I want to do. I think we're only on creepy. Maybe not creepy. I've talked myself out of it. I don't know, guys. We're still thinking about reading the script, you know? Game on. That could definitely end up in my collages. Oh, Buckingham Green. That's where I was thrown into therapy when I was 17 years old. My therapist was there. She wasn't very good. Not sorry. She said some inappropriate things to my mother some years later. So much so that a therapist I had as an adult was like, well, if she wasn't retired, I would try to get her unlicensed. So fuck that therapist. Oh God, this is my home. New Hope for a new age. It was like a cute town that was like really funky. It had some bougie elements, I'm not gonna lie, but it also had a spirit. And now Manhattan, like literally, it's like the Muppets take Manhattan, except Manhattan takes New Hope. I didn't believe it until I started hearing it from multiple sources that my town is just turning into like a really bougie, like rich people getaway, and they don't care about the character. Oh my God, I know people on this page. I'm not gonna out them, but yeah, oh my God. I'm from a small town, y'all. It does not show a lot of the time, but no, I'm from a small town. But yeah, my town, it's like losing its character. I'm in all the Facebook groups and catch up with all the lore and stuff that they're trying to stop. See, but how cool is this? This is Love Saves the Day. That's like it's like vintage, thrift, funky music, pop culture. It's like a really fun store. It's been there like, oh my gosh, maybe my whole life. Oh my God, there's horses. The motivational posters. Horses. Oh, we're gonna find some real dumb stuff to say above or below these horses. Oh, you know, I'm not a believer, but moments like this make me kind of reconsider. I didn't even see the bottom. It's like Briar horses or some shit. That's gonna go in my art somewhere. There's yes, 1,000 times yes, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's some like good stuff. And at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff we're going to cut out, and I'll show you what I land on, and we're going to kind of play like Mad Libs with like pictures and words and make art that vaguely resembles serial killer writings to when they don't want to be identified, but they want to taunt the police. Like, that's the goal of the aesthetics that I'm going for. If that was not clear with my like, let's make creepy art. That was the implied part to me. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make this real serial unaliver chic. Also words. Why are we censoring words? I don't like saying words that hurt people. I understand trigger warnings. I actually really do. I think they are a helpful thing. Like, fun fact, I did not know Uptown Girls was about dead dads. I thought it was a frothy comedy with Brittany Murphy and Dakota Fanning, those legendary actresses. Genuinely, they're both amazing in my book. And yeah, Apparently it's all about dead dads, and I saw that movie, I don't know, a month-ish after my dad died. Could have used a trigger warning, I'm just saying. But it's like, as somebody who has been through things and has had certain experiences and thoughts, I don't like censoring my experiences. I don't like pussyfooting around it. It's like a fine line of like wanting to be there for other people and not alienate anyone, but also, you know, not alienate yourself by minimizing your experiences. Like when I had unaliving tendencies, why can't I just call that out? It's my story. I don't know. Feel like we live in a world where we're trying really hard to get it right. At least some of us are. I read the news. Not all of us are. But no, we've come so far because people do care. I'm going to lean on optimism, even though everything's crashing down at an alarmingly crazy rate these days. We're going to be positive, okay? Okay. But I think some of the most well-intending people do not understand critical thinking or nuance, and it's also why we cannot have nice things even though we're trying to do the things that help us have nice things. You dig? You know? I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get to cutting up some of this stuff. I might add another magazine to the mix, and honestly, this might be a few videos worth, because we're just gonna make some great art. And yes, I am gonna put them on some online store like Redbubble or something. Society 6, last I checked, was not taking new members. It really stressed me out. I do photography, and I'm not half bad, so I kind of wanted to make some passive income, but Society 6 doesn't like me. Guys, again, this is another script that I've maybe perused a little bit more, but it's like I kind of forget a lot of the key elements, like the plot and the character name. I am an actress in real life, outside of YouTube. I don't think I'm making myself sound like a good actress, and I hear it. Oh my God, I just found cows. Okay, with a rainbow. Oh. Dogs behind a fence. Or dogs behind a fence. There's gotta be some kind of like, there's a force field keeping you from your dreams. I can find those words, right? And make it, you know, depressing art, demotivational art, etc. So I'm gonna come back when we're moving along. Oh, hello, I'm back. Weird Martha Stewart, aka Lauren-Blair Donovan. I appreciate the respect of the hyphen. I've done some art. It took a long time. I did the first video intro a minute ago. Like, I want to say a solid month ago, if not closer to 2 months ago. Complex PTSD is a journey, guys, and it's a journey through time blindness a lot of the time. The more you know. Also, it turns out that, cutting up a bunch of photos with like a bunch of words, it's kind of like having your, and you'll only get this if you're neurodivergent of some kind, or going through a very disorganized phase of life, no judgment, either which way. But like when you have 80 tabs open on your computer and you're like, I'll get to this, I will get to this. But you don't. And eventually your computer restarts randomly and maybe you lose those tabs and you're like, well, maybe we could have had good times, but we'll never know now. I don't even know what they were. What a time to be alive. I'm just gonna be very honest with you because I'm Weird Martha Stewart and I don't really hide the brush strokes. And maybe this is cool depending on who you are. And maybe this is very scary depending on who you are. Don't worry, I don't push, but that'll make sense in a second. Because I have the complex PTSD, I may or may not have been recently starting to work with a company that does microdosing for, I like to call it magical vegetables. I already know I like the magic candies. So magical or magic vegetables, you know, think power-ups with Mario. Not the feather, not the star, but the first one, the first power-up. I've also been told it's magic spores. Yes, I've been working on microdosing, and by microdosing I did some medium dosing, which wasn't on my bingo card, but I was kind of having fun, so I kept going. I'm on a healing journey, taking me in some places I was not anticipating, like this. Really wasn't on my bingo card. I used to exclusively have dreams in sepia tone that were Armageddon dreams when I took NyQuil, and that only stopped because I haven't taken NyQuil in like 15 years at least. So there's that, but healing has opened up some portals in my brain, and I'm like, you know what? Bring it. My life's so uncomfortable. Let's work through some stuff since this is all good for PTSD. So here we are. And the reason why I told you all that was, yeah, the other day, after I did a medium dose, and then I did another tiny dose in the afternoon, boy, did I hunker down and start doing way more than the one collage that I had done previously. And I mean that in the past 6 to 8 weeks, I'd finished one. A lot of starts to a lot of them, but only completed one. I guess that worked for that, if nothing else, right? Let me show you some of my masterpieces that are definitely not gonna end up at the Metropolitan Museum of Art or anything like that. Like, these are not really gonna end up anywhere. Like, I know these are not masterpieces, but I will put them on my Etsy store. Cause like, I'm the type of person that's like, it'd be so funny if we went to Cheesecake Factory. Like, that'd be hilarious. And I'm kidding, unless you're not. And I've decided that's a core personality trait that I'm just gonna run with, just like being weird Martha Stewart. So yeah, these are gonna end up on all kinds of merch that I don't think anyone will buy, but I hope I'm wrong, because I do need the money. Unlike real Martha Stewart, she does not. I do. I actually really do. Help a girl get back to California and out of the South, please and thanks. Or just subscribe, genuinely, and leave a comment and maybe follow me on social media. Like, I would super appreciate that as well. That also just helps move the needle in a lot of different directions for me, potentially financially. And it just makes me feel good about myself. I'm not hiding the brush strokes, I already told you this. But you're gonna see some glue strokes. I don't think that's a thing, but it is now, because boy does glue wrinkle when it dries, and I don't know how to fix this. So without further ado, let's look at my art. Art, you know, art. I'm so cute, I think I'm an artist now. I mean, isn't 2025 a gilded age? Is it not? And by gilded age, I mean spilled red wine. Millennial humor. Yeah, this just spoke to me because I found the 2025 and then I found the gilded age and then I found this and I'm like, well, obviously this is all gonna go together. That's how that was born. This is the first one I did. This is the one that I completed, and then I didn't complete anything. I think this is relatable, okay? I do, and this is not the worst. Is it art that's gonna end up at the Louvre? Is that how you say it? No. No, this will never be on a museum wall, period. Stop asking. But it could be on a t-shirt or a water bottle or just in your mind's eye. It's the word, right? And you feel seen. Fun fact, I'm filming this the 2nd going into 3rd, maybe, week of June. It's Monday the 16th. There were a lot of protests this past weekend because a lot of choices are being made that we, the people, not in power, don't seem very comfortable with. In fact, no, we're not at all I shouldn't be using minimizing language. Yeah, I'm not happy with how 2025 is going from a systemic, national, or frankly, global level. Because yeah, Iran and Israel, they're not friends right now. They will not be getting holiday cards from each other. They will not be liking each other's Facebook status anytime soon. There's a lot going on in the world. All the more reason to make bad art. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, that's not really the answer, but that's what we're doing here. So that's what we're gonna keep doing. So without getting too political, we're gonna move on. But no, I don't like the state of affairs right now, and I don't like how people are being treated, and I don't love that every other thread on Reddit is this the start of World War III? It's not a great time to be alive. It's not a gilded age. This is why this works. Millennial humor, millennial irony. I may lie about my age and tell everyone I'm 53 because all women lie about their age in Hollywood and I just do it wrong because I'm a comedian and I think I'm funny. But I am a millennial. I will tell you at least that much because I like you. Okay, this one's like just like more silly because it made me laugh. Because, well, yeah, I'll just show you. The birds look alike. Yeah, this was in, I think, Birds in Bloom. If it wasn't, I have questions. And then, yeah, I found and then I found birds, and then I found look-alike, and then it's kind of like when I mix prints, which I'm a big fan of doing. I haven't done it in a long time, but mostly because my full wardrobe's in a storage unit in Los Angeles. So I can't be that creative with my clothes right now. So I was supposed to be here for 3 months, and I've been here for, I don't know, more than 18. I stopped counting. I stopped counting. I don't like numbers. I'm a writer. What can I say? I like the letters, not the, no, and numbers are never good. They're never good, you know? I'm on a tear. Where was I? Yeah, half the time it's not me being a genius, it's my laundry interacting in unexpected ways that I like, where I'm like, oh, that green matches that green, and they're wildly different prints, but I'm gonna put them together. That's kind of what happened here. The birds look alike. And honestly, I could have done this a month ago, but I couldn't commit to gluing it because I really got weirdly in my head about this silly art project that I'm not even sure people are gonna be watching. But I'm like trying to, you know, part of the magical vegetables is thinking better thoughts and believing in oneself. So we're not gonna go into negative looping about oneself. Yeah, I mean, like, this is just fun. This is just silly nonsense. This is not political. This is not really even a commentary on, frankly, anything, not even a CW show. This is just what it is. The birds look alike. I'm not proud, okay? I resent that this will never be in a museum. I resent it. Not really, but I feel like taking a stand because this is just, I just like that I lucked into this, okay? I really do. I'm not mad at it, and I hope you're not too. Okay, this is the only one that I'm not actually sure I like super stand behind, meaning I like the concept. I found a really great, actually 2 different really great full like sentences, not just words that I have to put together. There was a lot of options that I could have paired it with. I don't know if I love the execution. I'm gonna be honest. I don't hide the brushstrokes. I'm weird Martha Stewart, okay? We're not going for perfection. We're not going for curation. We're going for whatever the hell this nonsense is. This is, you guys tell me. I don't know. It's like close but no cigar. But okay. It's a little creepy. Okay, muted and screaming is a state of mind, which frankly is one of the most relatable 2 sentences that I could possibly put together. But then I found this, like, it's probably like a red mask or something, like a red light mask. So I cut that out and then I gave it flowers and more flowers. Because don't we love to pretend that we're masking, you know? Pun intended, actually. I forgot that was a part of it, I'm not gonna lie. Forgot that I actually really did mean the masking joke. Because yeah, I slept all weekend after I did all those medium doses. Apparently rewiring your brain is very tiring. I had no idea. Yeah, no, we like mask our way through muted and screaming, but like we feel like this on the inside. Like this is not somebody, I get it. I almost got a red light mask and then Schmamazon, F them, didn't send it to me. That was a weird story. I don't even know what happened there. It was on a truck until it wasn't, and then it just got returned. Anyway, I don't really shop at Schmamazon no more, because, you know, I use the Chat GPT, so I have to be a little bit conscientious about the environment, so, you know. And I feel like, given the state of the world right now, politically, Amazon is a choice. I'm trying not to make that choice to use it. So I guess I'm not getting a red therapy mask anytime soon. But real talk, like I get it. If you're on an Instagram or TikTok video wearing one of these, I'm not gonna go, oh, spooky, scary, I can't handle it. But like, if you're walking down the street like this, I'm gonna think that you're a little bit, something's going on with you. Let's put it that way. Maybe you're muted and screaming inside your mind, but you think it's normal. Hence all the pretty, pretty flowers. Also, someone gave me like, I think, high key 100 botanical like catalogs. Like they're not like magazines, they're actual catalogs where you can buy flowers. More on like how I got more magazines in the next video, so please subscribe. But like I could even do some repeats with that. At first I'm like, oh, this is gonna get redundant. I'm like, is it? There's so much you can do with flowers. No, this is gonna be great. Did I hit this out of the park? No, probably not. It's, you know, it's not bad. You get what I'm going for. Maybe I'll come back another time and add more flowers. It needs something, am I right? Like, this is not a finished masterpiece that's ready to not be on a museum wall because no one's ever going to put my stuff up, because that's not the point of this. Even with that low bar, we're not there, you know? But hey, you guys tell me in the comments how awful it is. Be nice, please be nice. You can tell me it's awful, but please be nice. Or you can tell me I'm wrong and that this is like a freaking fracking masterpiece and I've missed my calling and it's shocking I didn't go to art school, and you can lie to me, it's fine. Maybe don't. Let's be friends for real. Real friends don't lie. It's fine, guys. Okay, 2 more. Okay, this one's also a little of the times, if you will. Now, I'm still working on all the Laura Ingalls nightgowns with like animal heads or whatever on it. And I do have another thing that I think I'm gonna say for the next video that has animal heads on it, but it's not nightgowns. Actually, there's a few things with animal heads coming up. I really went on a tear on Friday when I was dosed. I listened to the new Pulp album, which I highly recommend. Holy hell. Maybe some of their best work ever, which shocked me. Not because I don't think they're wonderful, but so many bands that haven't been around for a minute, their later albums are not masterpieces. This one is. And the new Sparks album, kind of same difference. That band's been around since well before I was born. And they still rock, and maybe are also better than ever. That was quite a vibe on Friday that I created for myself. No notes with my musical choices. I did start to listen to The Cure's new album. Felt a little more about what I was, the opposite. Like maybe it was just the wrong space, but I didn't love it as much. So I turned it off and put on Pulp and then Sparks. So music's been weird for me lately. I've been having trouble connecting to music. So that was like a nice day, probably because I'm just a lot going on in my head. And sometimes there's a lot going on in my head, my favorite stuff is not accessible. I don't know if anyone else relates to that. Is that just a me thing, or is that like you just need to listen to high dopamine stuff when you're not doing so hot? It's not like I haven't been doing so cold. There's just a lot going on with me, and I think my bandwidth is kind of nuts. So we're on a tear. We're on a tear about music when we should be talking about other art like this. Okay, this is very chaotic. Hear me out. Now enrolling, years behind the time, his world. And we got this beautiful bird boob panty leg lady and a dude who's totally a rabbit with a, camera. And his proportions are weird because of course they are. This voyeur, of course, he's not worthy of this bird boob panty leggy lady. And like, yeah, okay, real talk. I love men. I do. I hate the patriarchy. I do. I think men are mostly decent, or I don't know about that. I feel like a lot of men are mostly decent, and I'm friends with a lot of them. I have a lot of really good guy friends. My dad is not the reason why I have complex PTSD, except for the fact that he let his health really go to, hell and died young. Besides that, he's not a part of my CPTSD. He was actually a good one. He was a good dude. So like, I understand that dudes can be fine. I get it, but also, wow, dudes. I mean, dudes are in control right now. So there's that. There's also, we have all these like loneliness epidemics where like the news promotes it like women are choosing to be single. I hear them roar. And then men are so lonely and can't get a date. When? And it's like, well, maybe the men would stop crying and they'd get a date if they were like nicer to the women and like just showed them baseline respect, let alone anything else that can come after that. It can get a lot worse. And women are not, no women I know that are single by choice are necessarily happy about it. They're just accepting of it because it's better than the alternative. Men, you need better therapists or to go to therapy and to stop objectifying us, even though you claim to like us. Like, I know a lot of dudes that voted for Elizabeth Warren or Hillary Clinton, and they're still really sexist. So even if you vote for women, you could still be who I'm talking about, okay? And like, yeah, I knew I was gonna do stuff like this, and please note that I chose to not have the arms match up super well. I could probably change that. I probably won't. Like, is this a finished product? Maybe not. Is this a finished product? Yes. This is chaotic, but I'm not against it. I actually do kind of like this because we keep claiming in life that we're like more beyond sexism of all kinds and objectification of women. And we don't just do it with this. We pretend racism's over too. We pretend that like differences don't get in the way and people are not more tribal than they are of any kind of otherness. The world's a mess, guys, for a reason. Huge reason. All of it. But we're not there. We're not there. We're not there at all. It is still his world. And we are years behind the times. I know it's time, but I found time, okay? And it just feels like we're enrolling more schools of thought like this. This feels chaotic, but it's not wrong. I also made this on the day that I found out about the new Sabrina Carpenter album. On one hand, look, as a millennial, I've already outed myself as that. Yeah, no, remember the Christina Dirty album? Come on. Selling sex isn't new, so I'm not gonna be like a prude. I'm not gonna like fucking shame. I'm not gonna like shame a young woman on the internet. Like, that's weird. That's not the point of progress. It did sort of feel like a choice in this climate, and I think that what gets lost in the shuffle is the nuance of like sometimes exhibition or role playing, even submissive stuff is fun for some women, right? And that's fine. That's a-okay. I think it's a little different when you're public facing. I kind of feel like with the Christina or ex-Tinas or whatever, or Madonnas of the world, they were pushing envelopes that maybe hadn't been pushed down yet. Is that how that works? Push down, pushing envelopes. Envelopes haven't been torn open yet. What does that even mean, pushing the envelope? Now that I'm hearing it, that makes no sense. Tearing the envelope open. What's a phrase? You know, I don't think this was pushing any envelope, tearing open any envelope, if you will. It just was recycled and maybe a little more overt. And in these times where we're behind the time, it just, yeah, I didn't love it, but you know, I don't really want to be more aggro than that. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel productive or interesting. But that was a little bit on my brain because it's like, oh boy, here we go again, the time machine, hot tub time machine. Let's go back to 2003. Said no one ever, except for Sabrina Carpenter maybe. Except let's make it more aggro and have a man be dominating her by the hair in a way that doesn't look fun, to be honest with you. But I'm also not into hair pulling. No shame, just not my kink. Also though, today I read that allegedly, and this has gotta be an internet rumor, there's no way this is true. Maybe it is. It's so weird, it could be, that it's actually like Enya. Who can be... I don't remember the words because I never listened to that besides, if you know the commercials, what was it called? Smooth something, soothing something. Apparently there's lots of artists like Enya and they would just scroll on the screen. Wow, this is taking longer than I thought. Yeah, that's Enya. That's a little bit funny. And I guess joke's on everyone, and well played, well trolled Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't really know if I think that is Enya as of filming this, so either which way, we're years behind that time, and I endorse this message. And finally, you knew it was coming, because boy did I threaten it. And I've threatened a few things that will be coming, including the nightgown stuff that I've already talked about, but yeah, you know, I want to make like serial unaliver kind of like vibes of word art or like anti-motivational stuff. That's like live, laugh, pray, live, laugh, love, live. I don't have word art. I don't know. You know, and maybe not like, oh, literally serial unalivers, but like, yeah, remember the whole like all the tabs are open thing? This is the hardest game of Mad Libs I've ever played. And half of the stuff like muted and screaming, right? It's so good. It's so good. I kind of want to use it for picture art. And then I get inside my head and I'm like, or these birds look alike. I'm like, that could have been something else. Probably not, but looks alike. Maybe. I already have decision paralysis with virtually everything in my life. It's why I'm stuck in a liminal space in more ways than one. Fun times, fun shares. But I did threaten this. And I did complete it on Friday in my sport hair. And so I figure this is just definitely got to be in this video because you know it's coming. I found a so cheesy to go with this, my nightmare catcher that I'm gonna hang over my bed now. Except I'm gonna put it somewhere where I never have to look at it because impossible price, only $29. I think I missed this when I was looking at it earlier because there's just too much audacity and gaudiness and like 90s Trapper Keeper vibes. Chain sold separately. So it's $29 for this monstrosity. But the chain, like this, I guess this is included. You gotta buy that yourself because this manufacturer is cheap and so cheesy. They're so cheesy. I'm proud of this. So much so, I may burn it one day because that would be the most artistic thing I could do with that nonsense. Oh gosh, guys, what did we learn today? Probably nothing, except collage art is fun, especially if it's stupid and probably not technically talented. And like you get your feelings out in a way that's very chaotic. I don't think any of it was super related to my life. There was some political stuff and stuff that made me giggle. Well, we did it in screaming. Yeah, this is pretty much about me. Yeah. Historical me. Nay, historical me. I really don't mask my way through anything anymore, and I think it annoys people, and I'm okay with that. Anywho, I'm Lauren-Blair Donovan. Thank you for making it to the end of this inaugural collage art Weird Martha Stewart video. There's gonna be more, so thank you for subscribing. I'm just gonna assume you have already, because if you've made it this far, even if you're hate watching me, there's gonna be so much more to hate watch. I got you, you know what I mean? Like, come one, come all. I'm just happy to be at the party, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's just kind of where we're at right now. We're leaning into that. But I do other things, including on this channel, so it is worth a subscription, hopefully, in your mind, because I do all kinds of nonsense. Some of it makes more sense than this. Not all of it, but some of it does. I'm on social media. I have a link tree in my description box. I have a Patreon that I think I've set up by now. We'll find out. I'm still in a movie where it's mostly improv, you know? Maybe there isn't a script. We're just gonna do top of intelligence and what makes sense day to day. So I can do that because I've been trained at Upright Citizens Brigade, Second City, and Groundlings, if you can believe it. And if you can't, that's okay. I've been rusty. That'll happen when your life falls apart and you have a nervous breakdown. The more you know. So, on that note, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and seriously, I have 5 more, so there will be another video sooner than later. I've already filmed the intro, and I got more magazines, and it's pretty great. And I have so many magazines, and I'll talk about that in the next video. So you're on a ride, to be continued, and I haven't figured out how I want to close this series. So, and if I did, I don't remember how I do it. Thanks for watching. I hope it was a good thing. We're gonna go with that. Bye.